Hi guys, my name is Eliza and today we're at Kia of Everett where I purchased my EV9 1 year ago. So I previously was an EV6 owner and I absolutely loved how sporty the vehicle was. It had so much agility and so many amazing features. Now one thing is my family's kind of expanding a little bit, got a couple more dogs as well too. So I just needed something a little bit larger. And that's why I purchased the EV9 1 year ago. And today I'm going to talk about some of my likes and dislikes of the vehicle that I've experienced over the year. The EV9 is such an amazing vehicle and it has such a large amount of space on the inside, and it's probably why it took a double win for the World Car Awards, and it also won an award for the 24 Kelley Blue Book Best Buy. Now, even though it's got a lot of space on the inside, one of the quirky things that I don't like about the vehicle is its frunk. As you can tell here, the frunk is a little bit just too small for me, but great news, it does make up its space in the back end of the vehicle. Such a huge space in here. Oh gosh, it's amazing. I could fit all my kids, my dogs, and their belongings. Now, one of the things that I didn't expect about the EV9 was I expected to be a little bit more luxury with the seating material, but I also got to remember at the end of the day, Kia has partnered up with the Ocean Cleanup Project, meaning that the majority of the materials on the inside of the vehicle is made out of recycled ocean material like plastics, plastic water bottles, fishing nets, and also some of the textures and the coloring throughout the inside of the vehicle. They use biofabrication process, meaning that they grow plant-like materials like fungus and mushrooms to create certain textures and colors throughout the inside of the EV9. I think that is amazing, and it is one step to making the world a lot cleaner. Okay, so one of my favorite things about the EV9 is the technology. I absolutely love how responsive the technology is, especially the safety features. And one of my favorite things about the safety features is that not only for the front and the back you get parking sensors, but you also get parking sensors on the sides when you get to the land in the GT line. Now there is a few quirky things about the placement of certain buttons in the EV9 that I don't like. One of them being this climate screen here. Now, great news, Kia did put some climate buttons here just in case this is distracting for you while you drive. As you can tell that the steering wheel is kind of blocking the screen a little bit. Now they did put temperature controls for both sides and a directional with the fan speed. Now the other placement in the beginning that I thought was kind of weird was the gear shifter. I absolutely love how the gear shifter works and how it's shaped. Now, experiencing this vehicle over the year, I've kind of learned to appreciate where this is because it's opened up a lot more space in the center here for bigger water bottles, coffee mugs, and even a spot for my cell phone. And so at the end of it, I actually like the placement of this. So more or less it's about the climate screen here that's kind of in a weird spot. After a 1 year experience in the EV9, I've noticed that during the winter times, the range kind of gets a little bit on the low side. I do lose about 20 to 30 miles on my battery during the winter time. Now I did find a solution, and if you have battery conditioning mode turned on, it does activate that heat pump, keeping that battery warm during the winter time. And if I put a fast charge station in my navigation, as I'm traveling to that station, the battery heats up on its own. So when I plug in, I don't have to wait for that first initial warm up. It's just gonna instantly start charging my vehicle. So that's the one thing I actually really do enjoy about the battery conditioning mode. All right, so before I take you guys into the back of the vehicle, I do wanna share my most favorite feature on the EV9 and also the EV6. Now, when I was doing a little bit of vehicle shopping before I got into the EV6 and the EV9, I noticed that not a lot of brands allow the customization of changing your regen here. Kia, I've noticed, are the only ones that put paddle shifters on the back of the steering wheel here, which allows you to customize your regen levels. So you can make it more aggressive or less aggressive. Now you got your minus paddle shifter over here and your plus paddle shifter over here. This increases the regen. And there's also another feature too that I've noticed. If you hold down the minus paddle shifter, it changes to auto mode. so that you don't have to go and change the paddle shifters. The vehicle is going to automatically adjust the regen for you. So the reason why I absolutely love the paddle shifters on the back of the steering wheel is because it allows me to customize the regen levels, especially if I'm going down a hill. I can decrease my regen to increase a little bit more speed going down the hill, or I can increase my regen to decrease a little bit of speed going down the hill. And so it allows me to control the speed as I'm traveling down that big hill. And that's one reason why I actually really love the paddle shifters on the back of the steering wheel. I just wanted to touch a little bit more on the interior space of the EV9. I absolutely love the interior space of the EV9. It checks all the boxes for me. Now the EV9 has won an award for Best Parents Car Award. And some of the reasons why it won that award is because first of all, the amount of space in the vehicle, that's a given. I mean, they come in 6-seater variation and 7-seater variations. You also have little things like sun visors here to block the sunlight. You've got interior cargo, like a little table here with more space for the drinks. You even have the newly updated USB-C charge ports here for all the kiddos. You even got some in the back too. And then there is a seating adjustment here where you could push the seat all the way forward just in case you need to load the car seat here. And then check out the design of the seats here. These are specifically designed so that you can hang bags and your jackets here. That's probably the reason why it won the Best Parents Car Award. All right, so another one of my favorite features about the EV9, this is called a V2L, Vehicle to Load Adapter. And what it is, you just plug it into your outlet or your charge port here, and you pull the face down and it is a power outlet where you could plug in a power strip of certain items like lights, cell phone, even refrigerator, and you'll be able to power those items using your vehicle. Now, I have a lady that owns a EV9 who lives down in Texas. And when she experienced Hurricane Beryl, her whole power went out in her entire house. Now, what she did is she was able to plug in her refrigerator, 2 ACs, a CPAP machine, a power strip of phone chargers, and a couple of lights, and she powered it for 55 hours. And when she unplugged, she only had 30% left on the car. That's still a lot. And that's probably why the EV9 won the Best Electric SUV of Texas. That says a lot. Another award that it's won is the North American Utility Vehicle of the Year, specifically for this feature alone. Such an amazing feature, and I've got a chance to use it a couple of times, and I would have to agree. Now, the other thing that's really amazing about this vehicle is it's compatible to 350 kilowatts of charging. And when I took a trip to Leavenworth, I had like 20 miles left on my battery, and I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do? I was able to find a 350 kilowatt charger up at Safeway, and when I plugged in, my car originally told me it was gonna be 22 minutes. I ran into the Safeway, grabbed some food real fast, only been 10 minutes, and as soon as I sat down to eat, my phone texted me saying that my car was charged. Only in 10 minutes? That was amazing. It's such an amazing vehicle, and you know, family is really important to me. And if I could find a vehicle that accommodates my family, it checks all the boxes. Now, yes, there's a lot of things I like about the vehicle, and there's some quirks to it, but you won't necessarily know unless you experience the vehicle yourself. So if you're curious about the EV9 and you would like to experience this vehicle in person, make sure you come see us at Kia of Everett. Now, if you specifically have some questions for me and my experience on the EV9, make sure you comment down below. And also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.